Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. I'm Jake.
We are recording, you bastard!
This is Alex.
I could be Jason.
We can do that again. Ooh. I was just waiting for the liquor to start pouring before I said anything.
That's spicy. Just let it go.
All right.
How you doing, everybody?
I hope you're doing well, because this is about to be a trip.
Jason, what do we play?
Big rigs! Over the road racing.
All right. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, released in November 2002, developed by Stellarstone and published by Game Mill Publishing, a name you can trust.
I mean, they don't hide anything.
No, it is all out there. I just think the name Game Mill's hilarious.
They're there to pump out games, whether they're good or not.
I didn't even realize that. That's a good one.
Hey, Alex, what else released in 2002?
Madden 2003.
You literally just said it came out in 2003.
Did I?
And then you said what else came out in 2002?
Oh, well, I know Madden 03 came out in 2002.
Yeah.
Well, I meant 2002.
Weird.
I'm going to drink more beer.
Because it was released on November 20th, 2003.
Charlie's Angels on the GameCube.
What?
I'm literally looking at its release date right now. November 20th, 2003.
Hold up.
All right,
Stop
pause,
the podcast.
Pause.
Stop the podcast!
Everybody go home.
We'll come back in 20.
See you next week. What is that noise?
He's typing.
No, it sounded like something was...
It's the sound of keys. Have you ever typed on a keyboard, my man?
Huh, son of a bitch.
Is your list entirely wrong?
Yeah, no, entirely wrong.
Yes!
So should we wait until he finds a new list?
Nah, fuck that. We'll just skip it this time.
What are some games that came out in 2003?
Google it.
Alright, vamp while I Google.
Bing it.
Bing it? Who even uses Bing? Get on that... Oh, shit. Get on that Ask Jeeves. See what he's up to.
Go to.
Yahoo?
Go to.
Goku.com? Yes? Maybe. What about Vegeta.com?
It's probably that seasoning.
Oh, that sweet Vegeta seasoning. A little sweet, a little spicy.
I still haven't used mine.
Nothing but Widow's Peaks. Jason, how's it going?
I don't know. It was like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, Need for Speed Underground, Wind Waker, Vice City.
You stole my Pokemon Thunder, you son of a bitch.
Tony Hawk's Underground.
Thug.
Those are all games that came out in 2003.
I played some Thug.
What is Thug?
Tony Hawk's Underground.
Wow. Wouldn't it be Thu?
No, you pronounce the G.
Come on, man.
Why, though? Underground's one word.
It is.
It's under the ground.
But you pronounce the G.
But it's one word!
Thug.
Ugh.
And then Thug 2.
Get thugged up.
The Thuggening.
Son of the Thugginator?
So this is an interesting podcast so far.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Everything's great. Big Rigs will change your life. Not for the better. Maybe for the better.
I don't know, man.
It's a perfectly cromulent game.
So, Big Rigs.
Big Rigs!
Thank you. The objective stated on the back of the box is to race to the objective to deliver... Good Lord, I can't read.
All right.
Thank you. To deliver, quote, illegal cargo while avoiding the local police force.
Man, that is so Eastern European.
Is that just every day?
How you doing, listeners, viewers in Eastern Europe? Especially the cowardly Finns.
How are they like Pokemon? I believe in you.
Oh, man, give me a minute. I'll think of something. How are the cowardly Finns like Pokemon?
Yes. Alright, well, he gets on that. So you're supposed to transport illegal cargo away from the cops. How many cops are in this game, Jake?
There are 0 cops in the game.
0 cops in the game.
How
Weird.
many objectives are there when you're racing?
Oh, none.
Gosh, really?
Not even the checkpoints? Checkpoints are objectives.
Checkpoints aren't objectives.
Yeah, they are.
They're checkpoints.
Checkpoints are checkpoints.
What? It measures your progress through the race.
Well, yeah, but at what point do you pick up your illegal cargo in your truck that doesn't have a trailer on it?
You already have it.
2 of them have it. Yeah.
Maybe your illegal cargo is yourself, and you got like balloons of cocaine up your butt.
Oh, well,
Could be.
shit. I didn't think of that.
Come on, man.
Wouldn't you get more for heroin, though?
I don't know. You tell me. You're
That
the
fucking
expert.
black tar shit. Fuck yeah. Jason?
I assumed you was whoever you kidnapped in the passenger seat.
That too.
No, they ride in pieces in the back.
There is no back. We covered that.
Political
No.
prisoners.
Political prisoners. 2 of them. So, of the 4 trucks, 2 of them have a trailer.
It's true,
So, suck it.
but I didn't play as those.
But doesn't the one have a trailer in the picture when you're selecting the truck, but then when you play the game, it doesn't have it?
No. The first 2 are just the tractor, and then the other 2 are the tractor and trailer.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. I was confused.
Did it throw you off that I refer to them as a tractor?
It did.
Yeah.
So really, to set the mood, you gotta understand. You install this game, right? And it goes through the regular install process. And you're feeling good.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. You install it. It says, "Hey, you want to make a desktop icon?" You say, "Sure."
Fuck yeah, you do.
All right. Finishes up. So you want to launch it? You go, "I'm here to play." So you hit yes, and that dialogue closes and it launches, and it comes up and it looks dreadful.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, but you got to change the quality settings.
Graphics.
Like you got this just menu of just
It's like Windows.
yeah,
That's what the game says.
and you're like, man, I need some better graphics. So you go down to options. There's your graphical settings, but there's no sound settings, and you're sitting there going, there's also no sound. And I mean, sure, maybe they chose to do no sound on the menus, right?
Yeah, it's just a menu.
Yeah. So you turn all your graphics up to high, and then you're like, I'm going to do a custom race. You got your 4 trucks. You pick which one you like. And then you got your 5 levels. So you pick one. Hopefully you don't pick the 5th one or the game crashes. And
So this game has a 20% chance of crashing.
yeah. If you didn't realize that the 5th level doesn't actually exist, so when you attempt to load it, the game just ends.
That's like supreme victory. Like the game can't even take it anymore.
I'm kind of salty about that because I really want to see what's in that level.
Uh,
Or
Me too.
what
Maybe-
was supposed to be.
I wonder if you could make your own. Just take one of the other levels.
they
change
reuse assets from all their other levels in each other. So yeah,
Are there mods for this game?
I haven't checked.
Yeah, I can't say that I looked.
There should
This would be a perfect candidate for something like someone come through and clean this game up.
No.
Add content.
No. Add content, yes. Clean
Like
it up, no.
maybe just some other racers. I'd be happy with give me like 2 other trucks that actually try to win.
You have Mega On, who
Yep.
is best truck. It's got fire on the side. That's how you know it's the fastest.
Yep.
Oh,
I always race with Mega Owl.
Mega Allen.
I don't.
It has fire on the sides.
I'll go through the names of the trucks, although it doesn't matter because they all handle the exact same. There is Thunder, Mega 1, Thunderbull, and Sunrise W12, which is the derpiest looking truck. I always race with that one.
The one that looks more like a moving van than a truck.
Yeah, it looks sad, and it makes me laugh.
So yeah, you get to pick one of those. As you said, there's no difference. It's not like one's faster or better at turning or has better acceleration.
No, they all accelerate at the same speed. They top out at around
80
80, yeah,
Yep.
forwards.
forwards.
Well, what could possibly be different about going forward than reverse?
Well, if you go in reverse, you go as fast as you want to go.
Yeah.
Ad infinitum, you just
Oh,
keep
boy.
reversing.
That pronunciation, though.
What?
Never mind.
Did I say it wrong?
Isn't it ad infinitum?
Did I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable for
You
you?
might have.
Yeah, no, you can go multiple times the speed of light.
You can go 10 to the 28th power times the speed of light
Yeah.
Wow.
in reverse.
Speeds not comprehensible by any law of physics.
You go so fast you're literally everywhere at the same time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You
Jesus.
become the Omniverse.
Oh, shit. Well,
Wow.
until you let it go, then you immediately stop.
Then you immediately stop. Zero.
That's some good brakes on that thing. That transmission must be a beast.
Well, the transmission is, I think it has more to do with the quantum engine that allows you to phase through everything. Trees?
I can see that.
Whoa.
Nah.
Everything that's not terrain. Because those mountains are still there. I mean, you can drive straight up them 90 degrees, but they're still there.
Just the elevation.
You know what I truly appreciate about this game is the fact that there's no reason why you shouldn't still be able to accelerate at like an 85-degree angle. Just truck right up that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
It's like you were driving on a flat road. Just up instead. So, you load into the game, you play your first race, and there's no sound at all.
Pre-patch.
Yeah, so this is after you've loaded it. And you beat your race because the other trucks don't move. Well, by other trucks, I mean there's one truck and they don't move. So you drive around and you win the race, and then it says, "You're winner."
Hey, you earned that victory.
I did. I'm winner.
I mean, you made it all the way around the circuit for one lap because that's all the option you get.
Yep.
Right, but you have to pass under the checkpoint perfectly or it doesn't count.
Nah, you can like go through it sideways. It still counts it.
Bullshit. I tried it like that. I had to go back.
Post-patch.
Oh my god. Well, I played it post-patch. I didn't play it pre.
Yeah, no, you have to hit, like, the front at least. I mean, you have to pass between the two bars.
Oh, see, that was not my experience.
Like, if you drive over the bar or around it, it won't count.
All right.
So there's no sound. You beat the game. You're like, yeah, that was a pretty good race. It was eerie and weird, and everything was wrong with the world, but sure.
It was quiet. The world is devoid of life. This other truck's not moving. Am I in hell?
I mean, that's a legitimate question. Are you in hell? Because there's nothing else.
It might be a ride.
You are
To
there
hell.
in the vasty nothingness with nothing but
no.
your thoughts. No, I saw where he was trying to go. We're not.
No,
going
he did
back
it. Take it back. Take it back.
No, it's out there. It's a ride to hell. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the game.
Yeah. If you ever want at any point, you can drive over the mountains and into what's just gray.
The Abyss.
Yeah.
Is Artorias out there?
He's watching, yeah.
One of the coolest video game characters.
Hey, what was it? It's the never-ending story. There's just nothingness out there, and it's coming for you. This is the last bastion, and it is devoid of all life because of the nothingness.
And you're winner.
You're a winner.
That's it.
Yeah, because then after that, every race you go into, you're a winner.
As long as you collect the checkpoints of the previous race.
Yep.
And it carries over into the next race.
So, Jason, tell me, if you think, man, this is kind of weird, right? And so you look and see if there's any sort of fix for it. What happens if you find a fix?
Oh, well, they actually released an official patch.
Did they?
They did. So you're like, wow, continued support from our beloved developers.
Is there just the one patch?
Yeah. You install that patch, it patches. Great. So now you go in, it reset all your settings to low, graphically. So you go back and turn them back up to high.
Only if your computer can take it.
Yeah.
Mine would only go to normal.
You might drop some frames.
My frames.
You jump back in there, pick a truck. Gotta get the one with the flames on the side.
Fuck yeah, it's the fastest.
Jump in, try to pick another race. Still don't pick the last race. It will still crash your game. That's fine. They'll probably put it in later.
Yeah, there was one patch.
There's bound to be more.
You pick the third one. That sounds good. It's a good little race. You start out, loads up, says go. The other truck starts moving.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! It's
Game
a,
changer.
It's a race.
Even though it's not supposed to be, you're just smuggling contraband.
Yeah.
Now you're racing someone head to head instead.
Yeah. So you hold down that forward key and vroom, your engine revs. And my God, is it the most annoying engine sound in the world.
It sounds powerful and irritating.
And it is the only sound
Yep, man, it never stops.
ever.
Never fucking stops.
That transmission, it's smooth. You don't even hear the gear shift.
Yeah.
Done. Fifth.
Just.
Or just leave it in reverse, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then it does that just much faster.
You get this high pitched squeal going.
As your speedometer spins.
All the way around.
Yeah. Your what is it? What's the thing that keeps track of the mileage? What is that called? The
Odometer.
Odometer. It's like in the negative, right?
Yeah. Because you're moving backwards.
Yeah. That's how those work.
That's how it works. Didn't you watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Right?
Did you watch Matilda?
That's how it works.
They must have pulled that right from Ferris Bueller. It's like, well, if we go in reverse, the miles go backwards. So put that in the game. I saw it in Ferris Bueller. There was a Russian guy in that, wasn't there?
What?
Probably.
So you got to
Might have been
race
the
the
mom.
guy. Beat this guy. You can't lose. So you start driving.
Hold on. The mom in Ferris Bueller was a Russian dude?
What?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Official rumor.
You heard it here
You
first,
heard
folks.
it here first.
Jason, you were rambling.
Yeah.
I was rambling because, man, you get to that point where you're passing them. There's this bridge coming up, and you're feeling like, man, I've got this. You hit that bridge, and your truck just disappears.
Behold the might of the quantum engine.
Oh, man. Because not only do you clip through trees, posts, buildings,
Guardrails.
people, you also slide right through that bridge. You cannot interact with other objects.
Maybe gravity pulls down so hard on the truck that it pulls you through the bridge because of that quantum engine you've got rolling in there.
So, if that's the case, and I'm not arguing the point, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, I'm sure because it's scientific.
It's just science.
There's no hole, though, because gravity pulls you so quick through it that you just...
Well,
all right.
there is, but you can't see it. It's above you.
And
And then the game fixes it.
because even going in reverse, you always get the camera from the back of the truck, no matter what direction you're going. So
There's no look in reverse.
I think the camera's tied to the taillights that just float around your truck.
Yeah, they're nearby.
Yeah. The lights are just painted on. There is no tail light part. They're just red dots.
Yeah, they're truck adjacent, and they glow. What more do you want from taillights?
I don't know. I mean, in Russia, that's all they have. Just red.
Just red. Like Pokemon? Pokemon Red?
Pokemon Red is a good one. It's I'm gonna leave it there.
All right.
So what else can we talk about?
We can talk about the actual anything about this game. It's magic. How did this actually get made? So this is not a real game, obviously. If you have not come to that conclusion yet, you're a bit slow.
Yeah, fuck our audience.
Yeah! There's not a real game here. It is a buggy nightmare that has barely textures, almost no sound, no real gameplay to speak of, but was actually produced.
Yeah, I got a retail release.
Yes, not just like, oh, they dumped it on some website. There are discs of this game.
Yep. But like Star Fox 2, for example, that's not a game you can go out and buy until recently.
Yeah.
And that game's more complete than this one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, by far. So like this game gets made, but so many other good shit doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if they ran the print run out of some dude's house, because I have to imagine the print run was tiny.
Well, who published it?
Jesus.
Game Mill Productions.
And have they done
Yes, they were the
anything
publishers.
lately or since?
Yeah, I mean, they're still around. Yeah, I don't have anything written down that they have published since.
I'm just curious of what happened to them, or why they would publish something like this.
What had happened was Stellar was making this game, and they outsourced it to the Ukraine. Because instead of outsourcing it to a smaller company in, say, the States, they could pay exponentially less to move it out of the country to some smaller place.
Supposedly this game was developed for $15,000 in total.
That's the total budget.
Total budget.
Well, and I mean, how big was the staff? It wasn't more than 10 people.
I think it was like 4.
Well, there was Sergei Titov, and then 3 people he made up.
Really? Like,
No, I don't know that.
okay.
Fact.
And then the one sound guy who apparently did nothing.
Yeah, like in the credits, there's someone credited with sound design, and when the game first released, there was literally no sound.
Not even menu music, no sound effects, nothing. No audience, like if you win, no cheering. I don't even think there's ambient noise.
No,
No birds, wind.
it
None of
is
that.
blessed, dreadful silence.
Yep.
You alone with your thoughts.
The crushing sound of oblivion.
Only in the void. The sweet embrace of the void.
This game fucking sucks.
I love this game.
I mean, you play it for 30 seconds and you've beaten it.
Yeah, and your life has changed.
Did we ever find out what this game cost when it originally came out?
I can't find it. I can only see what the discs run for now.
And it's way too much.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So right now, supposedly you can order one on Amazon for $80. They usually sit in the hundreds. There's one that's supposedly going for $280 that is actually still new in the box.
Wow.
I mean, I get that, like, as a collector's item, that's what it is at this point because it's not a real game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nobody's buying this for fun.
I was looking up Game Mill. They are exactly what you expect.
Yeah.
Two Russian guys in a basement.
No, they're the Game Mill. Do you want Deer Hunter Reloaded, Buck Hunter Master, Cartoon Network Battle Crasher, Goosebumps the Game, Frozen Olaf's Quest,
Is that Goosebumps the movie?
Big Hero
Goosebumps
6
the movie
Battle at
game.
the Bay, Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, so they make shovelware.
Yeah, it's just garbage.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like, it's like going through their games. I know I went through it before when I was writing up my notes.
Zuzu Pets.
Juju.
Yeah, come on, comrade, speak correctly.
That's what surprised me, because like Big Buck Hunter, I mean, you see those cabinets fucking all over, in places where they wouldn't have that sort of thing. So like shitty hotels or bars,
Sure.
they're there, I assure you. And that kind of surprised me, because I was expecting like some weird crap that I've never heard of that they just pump out as quick as possible. But like, I can't claim to know the quality of any of the games that they make, besides the Buck Hunter. And they only did the 2003 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one that is because I don't know those games at all. But I was surprised at what they had.
They are, I mean, because they're the publishing house. They gather the rights to all these random stuff. You heard a fair amount of, like, movie tie-ins and stuff that then they make some kind of cheap, shitty game to try to just cash in on. Game Mill.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
I mean, we can assume they are, but I don't know that they are. Cheap, shitty games, I mean, everyone knows movie tie-in games are always the absolute 100% best games ever. But, like, wasn't the Frozen Olaf's Adventure on the DS, which I assume was some platformer? I can only imagine the Transylvania one's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that released on.
DS as well.
But, like, when it comes to just, like, shitty platformers, you can almost just swap in whatever characters you want. It doesn't matter. The game's the same.
Yeah.
Well, I guess on that note, I retract my statement. Fuck them. Alex, your thoughts?
Likewise. Fuck them.
Oh my god. So then I obviously had to go into the official developers, Stellar Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
They made a game called Ultimate Civil War Battles, Robert E. Lee versus Ulysses S. Grant.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I need to find this.
If you look at reviews on it, it is as great as it sounds.
This needs to be a part of our lives. Why didn't we do this with Big Rigs?
Is it a strategy game?
Real-time
so,
strategy.
yeah.
Now, for the record, I think Civil War RTS games are really fun if they're done well.
Not being a fan of the genre as a whole.
Bro, you got a
We already
hardcore
covered
PC
that.
over there. You gotta get some RTS shit going. That's what you and I need to play. We're gonna get some RTSs. We're gonna get your.
We're gonna do a Civ on.
That's not an RTS.
It's not.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Jesus.
I don't play that either. I don't care.
I
Grumble
mean-
into your beer can.
We can get our Civ on if you want.
Bro, I'm all about it.
Yeah, I would like to get into it, but
I want to play on the real world map, biggest size. Let's conquer everything, and then nuke everything so nothing will ever grow again.
Just like Gandhi would want.
Absolutely. I love how the land glows after you nuke it.
Nice.
Yeah. At least in Civ 5. I haven't played 6 yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that's a good game. Big Rigs is like
The best game.
Like I said earlier, it feels like someone's class project.
Yeah, it was made by one guy, and he spent a month on it, a couple weeks. I don't know. It depends on how much he was actually working on it.
Well, because he built the engine.
That's actually one of the most amazing things to me. He developed, made his whole own game engine. I guess he probably uses it on all of his games.
I don't know.
Seems like a really big undertaking.
Yeah, like most people don't, because why would you bother?
Right.
Right, but what did he get paid for his trouble?
Was it just a passion project?
He got, and I told you guys, quote, a large chunk of Stellar Games. What the fuck does that mean?
Company stock? Is Stellar Games the name of a company?
Stellar Stone, they're the...
Oh, Stellar Stone.
Yeah, they're the...
See?
The developers of this game and Ultimate Civil War.
Maybe he got a huge chunk of them.
No,
it's just cryptic.
Yes, to make this game and to get the engine, he basically owned the company, which the company is based in the Ukraine and stopped existing in 2004.
So, he took it over, and then it was gone?
Yeah. After Big Rigs, they put out one last game, Midnight Race Club Supercharged.
No, I'm familiar with the series, but not that one.
You sure it's not Midnight Club that you're thinking of?
It probably is.
Because there's a difference.
Looking up this game, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah, no, it is 100% Midnight Club what I'm thinking of.
Oh. Yeah, this looks just like Big Rigs.
Holy shit, really?
So next game on the Bad Games Cast.
Yeah, it's like Big Rigs with cars.
Hell yeah.
What we should do is just follow the work of Sergei Titov.
Saturday.
Is he on Twitter?
I don't know.
We should
Oh
invite
my
him to
God.
the podcast with us. Have a guest on. We can interview him and ask him about Big Rigs.
Yeah.
We got the scoop.
Hey, Sergei, please. How you doing?
How'd you do it?
Teach us your ways.
Long periods of silence where no one says anything.
I'm looking up Sergei Titov on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll just through the magic of editing. Take care of
The
it.
magic of editing.
Is he on Twitter?
I don't know.
Come on, man. Can't look up everything at once.
Yeah, let's all do the same thing.
Sergey who?
Boop, Titov.
How do you spell?
Exactly like it sounds.
T-Dog?
Not as all like it sounds.
T... then what?
Titov.
T-I-T-O-V.
Probably. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, that's not him.
There's a guy automating
him.
deployments at LinkedIn named Sergey Titov.
That's not him. I don't know that he is. Yeah, anyway.
We'll have to find him and get him on the podcast. I think that would be a hell of a get. Just offer him a nice chunk of games, and then he'll come on and do whatever we need. Whatever we need.
Whatever we need. Sergey will be there.
To teach us life lessons about being winners.
You are a winner.
We are a winner, though.
I
Cool.
thought we were a miserable little pile of secrets.
That too. Is there anything else to talk about with this game?
Yeah, we can talk about anything. Pick any subject. I'll connect it back to this game.
Pokemon.
Ah! The space race.
The space race?
Yeah.
Oh, clearly. I mean,
Seeing all I've got is the final countdown playing in my head.
By who? Who does it?
It's Europe, isn't it?
yeah,
Make sure you know your shit. That's all.
It's questionable what I know anymore.
I get that.
Me too. About myself.
You know, Sergei Titov worked for Riot Games and worked on League of Legends.
I did know that, yeah. That's why League is best. Take that, Dota.
Hey, free Pokemon cards.
You put those back.
And then he guards it with his life.
Acting like I can't still take it.
Yeah, get him. And his Pokemon cards.
Come at me, bro.
He's got his dildo out.
What?
So, are we still recording? Or
Yeah,
we
we're still
are.
recording.
My dildo's fucking pneumatic. What do you want about? Hydraulics got too much oomph to it.
Do we have any questions? I mean,
Hold on. Can you
Hold
recommend
on,
this game
hold
for
on.
anybody?
No.
Yes, everyone.
See, I'm with Jason 100%. Everyone should play this game. You can find it.
I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to advocate how. Don't pay for this game because it's $80 or more.
Yeah, but if you know a guy who knows a guy, and you can maybe acquire a copy of this game, let's say, fuck yes, play it.
I wish this game had multiplayer.
Oh, right.
I would make people play it with me.
But what for? You play this game for a moment and you're done.
Yeah.
Why go through all the effort
What effort?
of trying to find a fucking copy without paying for it? You guys just said don't pay for it. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's hilariously overpriced at this point because the production run was so tiny.
There was no reason to play this shit.
There's every reason to play this shit. It's insane. You need to see how insane it is.
It's an incomplete truck racing game.
Yes.
Yes.
The end.
It is the best incomplete truck racing game ever.
Ugh. You can't even hurt people when running them over. Like
No! You drive straight through them!
there's wooden blocks on wheels that are cars.
It's because you're a ghost.
There's people that are floating.
Ghost truck.
There's people that are like standing there with all their limbs extended with no texture whatsoever.
Yeah, there's serious implications that you're dead and this is hell.
It's so bleak and empty. It's like that could be hell.
Yeah,
legit
and
could
originally
be.
there's no sound at all.
Can you imagine living in that world for eternity? Complete silence, and then there's these trucks that spin around in reverse at the speed of negative 1 billion times light speed. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's just it. Because at first it doesn't seem that bad,
And then everybody's faceless.
and then you have eternity of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is that bad, and it's only getting worse.
And then if you're patched, you have to listen to the revving noise ad nauseum,
Wow, wow.
or just turn your speakers off.
Yeah, that's actually dreadful. I much rather enjoy the game pre-patch than post-patch.
Really?
Yes. Because
I disagree.
It's bizarre. I don't like how you can only do one race because after you've done one race, you're the winner forever.
That's the main motivation behind my not wanting the pre-patch.
If they fixed that and just left out the sound, and I mean it's really just the sound.
So what I like post-patch, and if there was ever multiplayer, and if somebody modded it to add multiple players, occasionally, just sometimes, you have it where when you cross that first checkpoint, the game thinks you've gone through all of them, so you win as soon as you hit it. And that is amazing.
But where's the fun?
Because it's random. Maybe you have to do the whole race. Maybe fucking you're playing with Steve, and Steve fucking wins out of nowhere. Who knows?
There's so many other racing games you could play. Actual functioning games.
Yeah, good ones. But they're not only this bad, so much worse. The fact that this game opens is weird. Like, it shouldn't. There's a whole fucking track that if you select, the game just crashes.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it the game functions except for that?
It's not there. They didn't put it in the game.
But, like, why waste the asset to put it there when it's not there? This game is amazing.
And how many... I mean, was this game wasn't ever delayed or anything, was it? Like, if it was, you don't really know.
This was all the development that they went into it.
So, because the fact that race is there, but it doesn't open, and there's no file, that tells me the game's unfinished. And the game is unfinished because they released it before it was done.
Yeah, but they patched it and didn't add it, so no, that's the game.
That's, I think, the most amazing part to me. There's an official patch to update the game, and they didn't fix basically anything.
Can you play this game through Steam?
No.
You can't buy it on there or anything? It's
No,
not
the game's
listed
not on Steam,
Yeah.
no.
Then there might be some support.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but the workshop community would have added mods to it.
I think it's worth looking at what mods there are. I'm curious. More trucks, more tracks,
I
real
hope
physics.
No, I want the physics to be the same. I want
True.
a track where you're upside down, but you're just gonna like hug the ground anyway. So even if you're upside down, you can just like stop and you're fine.
Or what if they just rename the fucking game like Reverse Big Rigs, where you're supposed to play in reverse? Now it's even more interesting because you're going way more fast.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, and have it be where the AI actually does it.
That is one thing I wish the AI would do, which we didn't say. Post-patch, if you let the AI try and win the one other racer that's there, once they get to the end, after all the checkpoints, they just hit an invisible wall and stop. They can't win. No matter what you do, you are a winner.
Yeah. You are always winner, whether you like it or not.
And on the display, does it ever say what place you're in?
No.
Because it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't track that.
Yeah, it doesn't care. It's like, we're going to win regardless. Just finish.
Yeah, you're a winner.
So it's like in the code, like, user equals winner. Like, all the time. Just always, period. It's a very positive game in that way.
I don't know about that.
Everybody gets a trophy.
As long as you don't read into it, yes, it's very possible.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Take it for what it is. And make sure you do that on mic.
Glug, 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 glug.
Why aren't you drinking whiskey?
Man, I took a slug of this whiskey.
Put a shot of whiskey in the Pepsi.
No! Yes, I could.
That's what a man would do.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm concerned about being a man. It'll be the first time in my 30 years of existence. I'm over it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Jason, whiskey?
Sure.
Hey.
Oh, man.
So anyway, big rigs.
Big rigs.
There it is.
Alex is just having a great fucking time over here because he doesn't understand our love of shit.
Right?
Like, he doesn't get it.
There's no game here.
There's not supposed to be.
So, last year. Was it last year? Year before? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Jason and I went to go see the amazing Neil Breen's movie Pass Through in theaters.
It's one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Oh my god, it was amazing the entire time. And that should tell you the kind of people that we are. Twisted and wrong. And so, of course, this game would speak to us.
Is that the one where he pours the coffee on himself while he's
No.
sleeping on
No,
his bed?
Coffeegasm is Fateful Findings.
Ah, okay.
This is the one where he's the Terminator.
Also, Magic Tiger.
Okay, no, I have not seen this one.
Oh. Well, he's the Terminator. He is a android or magic being from the future sent back to purge humanity of its evil very violently.
And steal government secrets.
He kills, what do we estimate? Millions? Billions of people?
It was billions. Because all the bad people go away.
Yeah. Politicians, media people. He purges them from the earth.
Well, what's the point?
Oh, he also cures Tim, the Master of Shadows. He cures his PTSD.
Because he's a just and loving God.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. How is this relevant?
Oh, I forgot what we were talking about.
You just brought up Neil Breen out of nowhere.
Oh, right. Because I was talking about how, of course, Jason and I like this.
Oh,
because we would pay good money to go see a movie by Neil Breen.
Yeah. Things that are masterfully disasters are amazing to me.
This is right in there. It is so bad, it completely wraps around to being amazing.
I can see that. But it is not worth the money, and it is not worth the effort of getting a bootleg copy.
Well, I don't know how you acquire a copy of this game. I mean, if...
I played it here, so...
yeah.
You know, it's your
I don't know
business.
how I acquired a copy. I don't know. I had it. It was passed down from my father.
And his father.
And his father's father. All the way back to Odin.
Corn Odin from Iowa.
That's right. Not eye patch, 2 Ravens Odin. No, different guy.
No.
2 eye patches?
Damn, double eye patch. He pirates so hard.
It's pretty sweet.
All right, so I think we covered this game.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I don't know. Do we have any questions?
I can find some.
Sure. Start working on that. You got anything? Just make something up.
I would have to think.
Just make something up. Not just off the top of your head.
Yeah.
When you are gaming,
Help.
it could be anything.
Sure.
Do you listen to the game audio more, or do you just put music on?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
And if so, is there a certain kind of music? Something that you always think, like, if I'm gaming, I want to listen to this.
So this is interesting because I think our answers are going to be very different. I never listen to the game. Basically, any game that has the option, I will turn on subtitles and I will turn off the audio, and then I will turn on TV shows.
Really?
Yep.
So you kind of watch TV while you play a game?
Yep.
or just listen to the TV.
I'll have TV shows or movies, depending. Usually, depending on the pace of the game, it'll be, if it's a faster paced game that I have to pay more attention to, it'll be something I've already seen.
Yeah.
Just kind of run in the background.
Okay.
If it's a slower game, something like Into the Breach. I've played so much for that game. Then I can put up new stuff because Into the Breach is real slow. It's turn based. I can take my time with it, so I'll put on something new and just kind of go back and forth.
I've never heard of anyone doing that before. It's interesting because when I game, it's like, well, you have a PC.
Yep.
So I have to use my TV. So it's like if I want to watch TV while I'm playing a game, it's like I gotta find my computer or tablet. So cool.
See, I personally will always listen to the game audio. Doesn't matter how I feel about the game as I'm playing it, something I love or something I hate. If I'm playing something, it takes my full attention, and a lot of it has to do with the more immersive experience. Like, especially good game, you got headphones on, you got the game sound, you're in it 100%. Same thing with bad games. I'll sit in my chair across the room from the TV, have the speaker going, just because even if I don't like the game, the sound keeps me more engaged.
I can see that.
How about you?
It really depends on the game. Most of the time, I prefer to hear it, especially if it's like a shooter, because I want to be able to hear people coming. In that same vein, it's like if you piss me off enough, it's like, okay, I gotta find something to get me pumped up, ready to kick your ass. So it's like you put on some Metallica or something, and then you see my numbers jump.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I feel good now. I can put the game music back on. But no, typically it's like, I always have subtitles on. Usually the game, but if it's the right game, I'll just listen to music. Kind of do both.
You find anything?
Yeah. What's the most memorable game over screen?
Oh, man.
So, it's not really game over, but the first thing that comes to mind is the Dark Souls You Died.
Demon Souls.
The Demon Souls, thanks, Obama. Was it even on Demon Souls? I don't know.
Yeah. Man. You know what? One of my favorites, I don't know if it's most memorable, but one of the favorites is Doom 2016. How, like, depending on the way you die, you can see your body parts kind of strewn about.
Yeah. Some of those, it really just fucks you up.
I think if you die, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think if you die in a certain way, like in one of the areas that's like maybe a challenge area, there's a certain area where if you die a specific way, when Doom Guy is dead, his helmet will have the sprite from the original Doom on it. So it's like his old pixelated face on his helmet. That's pretty cool. Or and even like Doom 64, if we're gonna stick with Doom. If you watch the game over screen long enough, little comments will show up like, "Oh, look at the Doom," or "Look at the demon feet," because you just see demons walking around your corpse, shit like that. So that's pretty cool. That's what I would think of.
The original Fallout describes your death and like after your death to you.
Okay.
Yeah, when you die, they talk about depending on where you die, your corpse is found in a shack, or your corpse lies about the wasteland, eventually picked apart by rad scorpions. And it's very just like, this is how you fucked up. This is what happens to you after you're dead. Try again. Do better. It's not a very forgiving game. And I like that.
Yeah, I haven't started yet. I have it. Looking forward to it, but I got other stuff on my plate first.
I get that.
So, I think we all have like guilty pleasure games, games that you like that a lot of people don't.
Yep.
What about going the other way? Games that a lot of people love, but you personally just couldn't stand.
Oh, all right. I got this one off the fucking bat. I recently started The Witcher.
Really?
The first one. I fucking hate it.
You're gonna go with The Witcher. Witcher 3 or
no, the first one.
The first one. Okay.
I know a lot of people love the series. I'm like 3 hours into the first one, and I don't get it. I'm going to give it a little longer, see if maybe some more shit opens up, but as it stands, I can't wait to uninstall it to start something else.
I remember feeling the same way about Witcher 2. Like, Witcher 2 just took forever to get going, so maybe you should stick with it.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, I'm going to give it a little longer, but I fucking hate where it's at.
Oh, I mean, it's the easiest for me. I don't care for any of the Zelda games.
Wow.
It's a bold stance.
Yeah, it is.
There go all our numbers.
All of them. I don't care for the series.
Have you played a lot of them?
I've played a fair amount of the older ones. Because after playing any of their names, because I didn't really care, I just wasn't into it.
I kind of get that. Like, I love A Link to the Past, but that's really it. Like, I never like seek out a Zelda game, nor when a new one comes out am I ever like excited for it. Like, I don't really care.
Which is that I have a lot of friends who are very, as soon as they hear anything about Zelda, they're like in, and I'm like, I don't care. And then we have words, and it's great fun.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it to an extent. I don't think Zelda is as bulletproof as people say. Like, there are games in that series that I don't think are any good. Like, the most recent one, I think, is very overrated.
Oh.
Yeah. And even one before it, Skyward Sword. I think Skyward Sword sucks.
I never played Skyward Sword.
You have to use the Wiimote. And you got to swing it around for his sword attack.
Oh, that sounds unfun.
Yeah, that's too much physical activity for me for gaming. But Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and what's the other one I'm missing on the cube?
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. Sorry, Wind Waker. I love Wind Waker. All those games I think are great, like almost perfect. But these most recent two, didn't keep them.
Twilight Princess is alright.
I like Twilight Princess for the mood. Like when Zelda has that dark tone, it's really good.
I like it for Midna. Wow.
Wait, should I try to piss off more fan bases?
Yeah, come on.
All right. Well, you've got it sitting on your table right there.
Sonic?
I don't like Sonic. I don't even like the old Sonics. I don't understand Sonic.
Like you played one, you played them all.
I've played the original Sonic, and I don't get it.
I kind of feel the same way with Mario. Like, I like Super Mario World because that was the first game I had with my Super Nintendo. But I'm never like excited for a Mario. Super Mario 64, notwithstanding, because Super Mario 64 is fucking awesome. But like that's it.
Trying to think of other fan bases I can piss off.
Metroid.
I actually love Metroid.
I've got two big ones. Uncharted. I think Uncharted is way overrated. It's a Tomb Raider knockoff.
I've never played Uncharted.
And
have you ever wanted to play Tomb Raider as a guy or pretend you're Indiana Jones?
that's it.
That's Uncharted.
No, like I don't like Tomb Raider.
I guess it has a bit more combat than Tomb Raider usually did.
Yeah, a little bit more gunplay.
Yeah.
Less puzzles. Even the newer Tomb Raider, because I love the new Tomb Raiders especially. And those are pretty puzzle heavy, and Uncharted's just frantic, run around like Indiana Jones, like an Indiana Jones movie, like you're being chased like all the time.
Yep.
And it's just, I think it's okay. Games can be fun, but the controls are weak. The gun controls are just too imprecise, and the character's boring. He's just a typical bro.
He's nearly exactly Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And what's the voice actor? Like Nolan North? Is that his name?
Yes, that is.
The guy who does everything. Like he's in every fucking game. He does a voice somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he does that good of a job with Nathan Drake. It's just him doing his own voice. So yeah, that'll probably piss a lot of people off. How you doing? @10rules on Twitter. And then I do not understand the fad right now with these battle royale games. We were talking about earlier today. I was into Fortnite for maybe an evening, and I lost it. I just couldn't keep going with that shit. It got boring and repetitive. And Battlegrounds is, when I played it the first time, I thought Battlegrounds was just a broken mess, and I questioned why it was even out. So those are I know Battle Royale games isn't like a franchise, but
no, it's fine.
it's extremely popular right now, and
it's kind of almost there.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of
it's extremely popular, and
I'm struggling with it.
Care for them. Well, I can't say I don't care for them. I've never played them because I don't care to play them.
Right.
But that's a personal thing.
The only reason I'm going to do it is because you guys want me to.
Whoa, he wants you to.
By you guys, I meant you and Shit
Peaches.
Lips. Yeah, thank you. Shit lips, that's what I said.
Shit lips, yeah.
How you doing, shit lips? Been a while, bro. Armichael's 87.
He doesn't listen.
He does not, because he's a cunt.
This is the one he's gonna listen to.
I hope so. See, like, I hate Fortnite. I hate the building. It takes me right out of it. I don't like the look, but I like PUBG. It reminds me a lot of Battlefield, the giant map, the gunplay. It's not the same. It's certainly not 1-to-1, but it's enough of that it's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, I want my shooters as realistic as possible. Which is why I moved away from Call of Duty and towards Battlefield. Lately, Battlefield is suspect, but a game like Battlegrounds, just the gunplay isn't good enough for me. That's why I'm drawn to Escape from Tarkov. I think Escape from Tarkov looks like more hardcore shooting mechanics.
Oh my god, that looks like a...
So I'm more willing to try that, even though its player base is a lot smaller. But that's kind of where I'm drawn to. Like, did you ever play Operation Flashpoint?
No.
Those games are like hardcore shooters. I know those have more of a home on PC, but that's kind of what I gravitate towards.
I can't think of any other fan bases to piss off the top of my head.
All right. Any more questions?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, you can hit me up on Twitter at Jake Prey.
I'm on Twitter as well at 10rulesall. You can also follow me on Twitch at 10rulesall.tv, whatever, Switch, Twitch, fucking shit. I can't get the shit out. And I'm on YouTube also. I don't remember the name of my channel. Go ahead, Jason.
You can email thebadgamecast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at thebadgamecast.
Yeah. All right.
This has been a nightmare.
Agreed.
A beautiful nightmare.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We're recording now.
No.
Day Blazer. Hey, that's what I do.
Hey. Smells like whiskey.
I think this stuff tastes good.
I do too.
It's not that it tastes bad.
I feel weird drinking out of your bottle.
You're fine.
I'm not going to put my mouth on it. I'll just pour it.
Do you have herpes? Then you'd be alright.
So
I have herpes though, so.